Alright, before I get started with this video, I just want to say that this channel is just completely biased. It lies and it constantly makes excuses for 343. So don't listen to it. It's completely ridiculous what this guy's saying. Let me play the video.
Hello, you beautiful people. I'm sort of making this video out of nowhere. I don't really have a script or anything, no notes to go by, but the reason that I'm making this video is to kind of talk about a comment that someone had left. Like, I'm not gonna, point out this person, because I'm not really like that. I don't like to put people on the spotlight and draw negative attention to them.
Then why do you constantly make comments and replies on people? That confuses me.
Because I try not to be a negative person. And this person actually brought that to my attention, or kind of mentioned that very angrily. He was furious. He was just seething with hate. Venom were at his fingertips as he typed these angry, nasty comments. He said, like, how can you be so positive about Halo 5? How can you...
Because Halo 4 was an absolute disaster?
Trust 343 and like all this awful stuff, MCC is a failure and Halo is dead. And
it is dead, obviously. You can tell just by looking at the player count. There's literally more people playing Halo Reach right now than Halo 4. Doesn't that show you something?
The reason that I am excited about Halo 5 is because I'm a positive guy.
That's not an excuse.
If, I don't like to look at the negatives of things. I mean, I will acknowledge them and I will register them, but...
Where is your acknowledging and registering in this video? You don't say anything negative about Halo at all. Or Halo 4, or Halo 5, or the Master Chief Collection, which have way more negatives than positives.
That's not what I focus on. If I spent all my time playing the Master Chief Collection, just seething with hate and angry that this was released and stuff...
We should be. The thing's a complete ripoff, and it doesn't work. And it can't do anything but piss you off.
I wouldn't have any fun with Halo. If I was like that, like Halo 4, everybody hated Halo 4, but you know what? I appreciated what did work with Halo 4, and you know what?
So instead of putting blame on the actual developers for releasing a crappy game, you put blame on the players that think the game is garbage because it doesn't work? That doesn't make any sense. What are you saying? You're saying it's not the responsibility of the developers to make the game fun, it's the responsibility of players? Is that what you're saying? Because that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I had a lot of fun with Halo 4. I have good memories from every single Halo game, even the weaker ones like ODST that at the time people hated ODST, and you know what? I loved it. I really loved ODST. And the footage you're actually...
Really?
seeing is ODST gameplay. I've put in a few color correctors, a depth of field effect, because I think that ODST is a pretty weak looking Halo game when you're riding right off of Halo 3, which looks phenomenal, and I understand it's because ODST had a significantly smaller budget than Halo.
I mean, the ODST campaign was good, I'm not gonna lie, but the game was not worth $60, over $60. It was not a full game. They didn't have matchmaking, they didn't have any of that. They didn't have firefight matchmaking, so basically the game was a scam. It was a ripoff on part of Bungie, but the campaign was still great. I had fun playing it, so don't get me wrong, and that firefight thing was fun. Don't get me wrong, for the things that were in the game, that were actually in the game, it did perfect. So, but the game was not worth $60, and the price dropped exponentially after it was released. So, yeah.
Halo 3. So, I'm hopefully trying to kind of capture some of the magic of Halo 3, although I'm aware that, there's only so much I can do. And mostly, I try to stay positive. Halo 5, like it or not, that's gonna happen. There are people saying it'll kill Halo, and that's simply not true. It might kill Halo for you, but the franchise is not gonna die because a game that you're not too fond of is coming out. There's a lot of people.
It's not just me. It's like 50% of the Halo community, or the ex-Halo community. Are you serious? Are you saying that nobody else is disappointed with Halo 4 and Halo 5 and Halo Master Chief Collection? You're literally saying that right now. That's a ridiculous